Hi there, I'm Mac.
And I'm Kirk.
And this is the lowdown on M&As.
Mergers and acquisitions.
Kirk, lately we've been seeing mergers all over the place, acquisitions by big companies, small companies, everywhere in between. What can we expect as a loan officer or an originator or an underwriter in this space?
Well, I think with compressed margins, this discussion comes up. 2008 it came up, it's coming up again. As people have endured long periods of a difficult market, the concept of merger and acquisition comes up, or simply companies shuttering. Recently, Academy was acquired by Guild in one of the biggest moves we've seen in a long time in the marketplace. And the conversation I think we're having today isn't really about circumstances outside of your control, because if your company chooses to sell or be acquired by another company, there's not a whole lot you can do at the loan officer or processor or underwriter level. But we just wanted to talk about that it's markets like these where those unexpected events occur. And I think that's really the reason behind the conversation today.
Yeah, so when, if I'm an originator and I'm moving to another company through a merger or acquisition, what are the things that I need to be aware of with that for my business?
So as a former hiring manager in the mortgage space and as a former loan officer, I would say have your powder dry. And what I mean by that is know your competition. Know a lot about the people that you compete against on a regular basis, and know the ones who do it really well and have done so for a long time. Because if the leadership of your company decides to sell to another company, it may not be a great fit for you. It might be the best fit in the world. We're really not deriving an opinion about any particular merger or acquisition. What we're saying is know the marketplace, know your competition, and if, with the terminology we use here at the Knowledge Coop, instead of saying if an employee was hit by a bus, we now say if they won the lottery and they weren't here anymore, what would we do? And the same logic applies to your career decision. Maybe even more importantly is, where would you go if you needed a place to go? And that's really the reason for thinking about this in the first place.
So to wrap up, the three things that you need to be aware of and thinking about in a market like this is, right now, mergers and acquisitions are happening, and they will continue to happen in a market that we're in right now. Know your competition in your local market and what's going on in your general region so you know what you're up against. And have a backup plan. So if your company gets acquired or merges with another company, that you know where you could land and have an interesting scenario become your best case scenario. Thanks for watching. You can find more videos like this at knowledgecoopplus.com.